There it is. Okay, we're ready. I'm back. I'm sorry. Hey, my love, this is your girl, Corey Love here live on YouTube with the special Elodie Alcindor. I like to say playwright. She's a writer, director, producer of her play, many plays, but the one that we're talking about tonight is Why Good Men Cheat. Okay. So, go ahead and introduce yourself real briefly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elodie Alcindor. Like Corey said, I am a writer, director, and producer. And right now we are touring with my stage play, Why Good Men Cheat.
Why Good Men Cheat? Why isn't it Why Good Women Cheat?
To be honest with you, I've created so many stage plays for women. I think that the women's perspective on love is always told. We never really get to tap into the heart, mind, and the needs of men. So I figured it'd be a great opportunity to, just dig a little deeper than this surface and get to know
like that.
Better. Thank you.
I like that. Get them a little attention, right?
A little something.
Now, with the play Why Good Men Cheat, there's males and females, of course, in the play and children. Now, how did you come up with each character?
Okay, well, that was a process. So when my mentor came to me back in 2018, he came to my stage play, The Silent Cries of the Good Woman, and he loved it. Everyone loved it. It was amazing. It was a sold out show, all those great things. And he said, we never really get to hear about love from the man's perspective. So I think you should write a stage play. I'm like, well, I'm not a man. So I don't know that I can do the story justice, Mm-hmm. So he's like, no, don't worry about it. Like, you're the perfect person to do it. I'm like, I'm really not. I don't want to do it. I had so much anxiety, like it doesn't even make sense. So we started like at the end of 2018, we started to hold the focus group with like 50 different guys. And over the course of the 3 years, we had like these small groups. We had food, we had alcohol. Me and my sister were the only women there because we were taking notes. We're in the corner somewhere and we just kind of let them talk. Mm-hmm. And it was very healing for them because they never really get a chance to talk. So they were venting about the things they don't like, the things they do like about their partners. And the character traits that I saw the most prominent is how I started to create my characters. I'm like, okay, there's a homeboy who doesn't believe in monogamy at all. Like I have to create that character because it was so funny to me. I'm like, this man is like, the way he thinks is crazy. So I created a character off of that. And of course, there's like the funny homeboy. And then there's the guy who's been in a relationship since college. And, he's always been like a committed guy. And there's a guy who's like, he's like a player and he got his heart broken by that one person, So there's just so many different. And then the guy that's just figuring it out. He doesn't know where he's going in life. He's trying to find his purpose. He's trying to figure out who he is. And that's pretty much how I started to create the characters. And I started to fall in love with them. And when I caught myself like laughing while I wrote the script, I knew like, okay,
it's gonna be good.
Like, oh, no, you didn't. I'm writing them. I know he didn't do that. So
it's so funny because those are true. Like there's that one guy in college, there's always that player friend, but he's trying to, be, oh my gosh, that is so funny. That is true. That is absolutely
true. Those are the character traits that I saw the most prominent in all of the different ones that we had. Like, so I just started to say, okay, this guy, this category, this guy, that category. And then I just kind of started building their storylines around that.
And broke it down. How did you select the women? Or that didn't matter because it was the focus on the men?
Oh, well, the women were supporting characters. It did matter because the storylines as well, like the things that I heard that men said hurt them in relationships is how I kind of started to build the relationship dynamics. Okay. So, I had a hard time like creating like the other women, like the side chicks, because they're beautiful, powerful, strong women. I didn't want to like make them small and just like make them side chicks, but they were side chicks with a purpose, so
it might become the next queen. Hey,
hey, maybe gotta come to the show to find out. But I was just very intentional with the story, and all the women are supporting characters. The men are my lead characters. And I just, it just kind of became its own little world. I don't know how to really explain it, but yeah, like it's a dope story.
Okay. So those of you that are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just jumping on, I'm speaking with Elodie Alcindor, who is a playwright, a writer, director, producer. I just insist on saying playwright. And she has
that's the proper term. That is the proper term. So yeah.
Okay. Why Good Men? It's going to be live in Pompano this time. It was in Miami, sold out. What was it? 3 shows, right?
Yeah, 3 nights, July 29th, the 30th, and 31st.
Yes, 3 sold out shows, and now they're bringing it to Pompano, Florida. So if you
Yeah.
haven't already grabbed your tickets, make sure you grab your tickets to be there.
Come through, make sure y'all pull up.
Pull up, right? And so we had the men, how you came up with the characters, the traits, and so forth. How did you choose the actors to do their parts?
To be honest, some of the characters were written with my previous cast members in mind.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of tailored it to their natural like personalities. And then everyone else, I was definitely like, while I was writing and while I was creating the storyline, I was praying and I was fasting. And, I asked God to send me the people that he felt were fit for not only the stage play, but also for the world that I create as an entrepreneur, as a leader. Because a lot of people misunderstand, like attitude, work ethic, all of that is conducive to what we're trying to do. Right. Spirit, energy, like, so, I was very intentional about asking God that. I held a casting call, only 2 people showed up, but those 2 women were amazing. And they ended up being casted as my lead characters. And everyone else kind of just found us. I don't know how to, like, they all just kind of found their way. One person came in audition while I was in the middle of rehearsal and I loved his energy. I ended up casting him. Another guy came through another referral. He was originally supposed to be an extra, but he ended up being a lead. And so it just the energy, the synergy, we all kind of attracted each other, if that makes sense. So
yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so yeah.
And with what you creating the characters, the people that you chose and how it gelled, that's that praying and fasting, honey. God made that happen, right?
Yeah.
So now when we come to the play, because we're not giving any hints, you got to get those tickets.
Yeah.
What do you want the audience to feel or take away from this?
My main thing is my target audience with this show was men. I wrote this for them, on behalf of them, in honor of them, of the good men, So who I really want to take something away from this are the women. And I think one of the main or the key lessons is like just being self-aware. I think a lot of us are doing a lot of things wrong that we think we're doing right in love and that we think we're doing right in relationships because it would feel right to us. And we don't necessarily really take the time to consider like what he needs in love, you know? So I realized while doing these sessions that like women can be so mean. Like we can be mean, we can be cutthroat, we can be cold, especially us Black women. I'm sorry to say it, but because we're so tough in life and we're so strong. We have to be strong in life. It's like sometimes we bring that home. And we don't realize how much that affects the men that we love. So I think women just understanding and knowing like it's okay to be soft, it's okay to be feminine, it's okay to be loved on, it's okay to let him figure it out on his own. You don't always have to have the answers, you don't always got to lead. Just chill and learn to be a present partner. Learn to be someone who has conversations with him, who laughs with him, who watches TV with him, who, I don't know, rides around with him running errands. Like just learn to be a partner and don't try to be a mom. Don't try to be a teacher. Like just be present. And so that was definitely one like the main ones that I wanted. And a lot of women said that it was triggering and like, it had them feeling all type of ways. And I'm like, yes, then I did my job.
Right.
Yeah, like I really wanted to just kind of drive that point. Like these men, they are grown men, but they're like little boys in grown men bodies. The way that you will hug on your son, the way you would kiss on your nephew, the way you would tickle your godson and hug and kiss on him, like they need the same thing. They need that warmth. We don't always give it. So
yeah. I'm laughing because I've been married for 17 years. It'll be 18 years. And listen, that's one of the things, literally, like in the beginning, my husband was like, don't talk to me like I'm a child. I'm like, okay. But you're right. We've been groomed to be so strong and so not really mean. It's just that we're so strong that we kind of don't take nothing. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's like, we do talk down on them. And it's not on purpose. It's just, it's our guards up. But I've chilled a whole lot.
Yeah, our guards are definitely up. And don't get me wrong, like I was in that same boat. Before I started this journey, like my perspective of love was so warped. My perspective
Yeah.
of men was so warped. Just, just in life, you get hurt,
Yeah.
you're abandoned, whether it's by your father, whether it's by your siblings, you pick up these things, and by the time you get to your partner, who you're
That
meant to
one
be right,
person.
there's just so much baggage, there's so much piled on. And unfortunately, they get the end of it. They get the
That
burn,
end of the stick.
And so
Yeah.
we have to like be intentional about the work that we do on ourselves,
Yeah.
be intentional about our healing so that we can show up in our relationships like lighter, like free and happy, and with clear perspective, and we can communicate and we can laugh. We ain't coming in always like irritated, aggravated.
Yeah.
Now you mad because you make $8 an hour and you coming home with an attitude. Like it's like that's not his fault. So
Yes.
just being
Yeah.
intentional about our energy, being intentional about how we move,
Yeah.
um, with all the men in our lives, not just our partners, but our brothers, our
Right.
cousins,
Right.
and just making it a safe space for them again. I think we kind of drifted away from that at some point. So
And you said one word, just that one word, healing.
healing, yeah.
That is really a big deal. Like you said, we bring all that old energy, like so-and-so did this, and it's a bad thing. So I love that you said that.
Yep.
Now,
And I think, sorry, I'm gonna say this. Just like there are little boys in grown men bodies, we're also little girls in grown women bodies. And if we don't go back and heal that little girl that's in us, the little girl who was damaged and hurt a long time ago, if we don't go back and heal that, she'll come out in different ways,
yes,
So
yeah.
I think it's very important and very key that we tend to that little girl before we decide to take on a life partner and bear children.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, because we have all these dreams and aspirations of what we want them to be, and then we, push them to that limit, and it's not good. But I've come a long way, and with this play, I hope that the women that do, view it, go back and check themselves, so to speak, and try to do better if they were doing bad. I'm just saying.
A lot of them did. I'm not gonna lie. Like from the feedback that I got, a lot of them did, but then also a lot of them were very resistant to the message. It doesn't matter. He still shouldn't cheat. He still doesn't have a reason to cheat. It's like, wait, so even if you verbally abuse him, even if you put him down, even if you emasculate him in front of his friends, and you don't make it a safe space to be in a relationship with you, he still doesn't have a reason to look for peace, love, and comfort somewhere else. Because a lot of times, like, men are not going to leave their families. They're not going to leave their homes because they have a foundation there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they won't seek peace and solace somewhere else. So
that is, that's fine. Everybody following you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's
why we're doing this live. Her actors, they're all right now in rehearsal. So don't mind her moving on. This is the life of a director.
Sorry, like I'm in the middle of practice. We're here till 11 o'clock. So
how often do y'all practice?
Well, this week we're practicing every day. But prior to our show week, we rehearsed twice a week. Our show's on Saturday, so right now we're kind of like just cleaning everything up and just making sure that everything's on point for you guys. So
yes, that's exciting. Listen, I want to come so bad, but I may have to run to Georgia. But like just looking at the reviews and the red carpet interviews after it, I'm like, oh, this is good. Where are you heading next?
I can't tell you, girl.
Oh, okay.
I can't say yet, but I'll list a couple of cities that we are going to go to that everyone keeps asking about. We are going to Atlanta. We are going to Chicago. We are going to Houston. We are going to DC, like the DC, DMV, Maryland area.
Big cities, I like it.
We're going to the Carolinas. And we're also going to tour a little bit more of the Florida, like within Florida for sure. My goal is to hit 100 cities. I feel like it's a story that needs to be told, and I feel like it's something that I believe I can, from your mouth to God's ears, girl. Yeah, like we're trying to do 100 cities, so I can't tell you where we're going next because it's going to kind of mess up my marketing. But we coming to a city near you. Trust me.
Okay, good. I'm gonna DM you after. But I love it. Guys, if you are in Florida right now, in the Pompano, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all within that area, they're going to be in Pompano this Saturday. You can't miss. You don't want to miss. You definitely need to check it out. If you're not already following, follow Why Good Men Cheat Miami on Instagram. And, you know, just look at all the reviews and look at the actors, the characters that are in the play. They some good looking people too, the male and the females now.
Yeah, so, y'all want to meet them? Hold on, let me pop in real quick. Let me see what they got going on. Okay, hold on.
What the hell is this, Don? Uh-oh, body ain't accurate.
They practicing.
Are you seriously doing this right now in the house that we live in, Don?
Calm down. Calm down, baby.
How long has this been going on? How long, Donovan?
6 weeks. But we're just friends right now. And honestly, I'm thinking about, I want to be with her.
Be with her. What?
Slap his ass. Yeah, so we're in the middle. They're all in the middle of practice right now. It's everybody.
That's so cool. Okay.
Oh my God.
Now, my last question real quick for you guys so you can get back to directing. When you watch your plays, like, do you ever find yourself reciting the lines?
To be honest with you, I can't even remember the lines a good portion of the time. Because again, like while I'm writing, I'm fasting, I'm praying, I'm doing this. It's a very spiritual process for me. So a lot of times when it comes out, it's just spiritually influenced. And I'll be backstage watching like, damn, I really did write that, didn't I? Like,
yeah,
that's right. So I'm reacting right with the audience, you know, and I'm just as excited, I'm just as happy, and I'm just as lit as they are. So, no, I don't necessarily recite the lines, but you know, I enjoy it just like everyone else. I wish I could watch it like with virgin eyes, like everyone else, just so, you know, like my reaction could be just as raw, because after you do it so many times, you kind of get numb to it.
Yeah.
That's one thing about that we'll never get to experience. Like we'll never get to experience how everyone else is, you know?
Yeah,
and so we're really excited and happy about all the amazing feedback that we've gotten. We're so grateful. Like literally the entire city of Miami came out, like everybody. So the feedback that we got was amazing. And I'm super proud of the work that we did and the work that we're doing. And yeah, like I'm excited to see what comes next.
That's exciting. I'm excited for you because I can't even imagine like seeing it come to life and people showing up. Like that's huge. You know what I mean?
I mean, some people came all 3 nights. Some people came back Sunday night. Like it was crazy. I'm like, didn't I just see you? They're like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I came back to my homegirl and my homeboy.
Yeah, some guys came by themselves and then came back with their wives and their girlfriends. So I know that it was impactful. Like my purpose was definitely fulfilled. So
they're like, wait, let me look at this real quick before
right. There's some messages in here for my wife. She need to see it. So that was cool. That was really funny.
So, okay, awesome. So if you tuned into my show before, you already know before we close out, we do a game, Would You Rather? And I just wanted to say congratulations to you and the team, because I know you're not doing it alone. So congratulations to all of you guys. I just wish, you know, continued success. And you're going to hit that 100 cities. It's going to happen. We're speaking in the atmosphere. And if you're tuning in right now, speak that out for her as well.
Sold out, 100 cities sold out.
I like that. Add the
not just the cities, they gotta be sold out. Like
sure. That's right. That is so true.
What I mean.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's gonna happen.
Thank you.
It's gonna happen because you guys are doing so great. And you're going to like major cities. So definitely remember the little small towns, you know, just a little bit in between here and there.
Yeah.
Remember the small towns.
I'm definitely gonna hit them up.
Yes, that'll be awesome. So again, congratulations to you and the team.
Thank you.
Again, guys, follow Why Good Men Cheat Miami. You don't want to miss out on the things that they're gonna have coming. And she has other plays. So this is one now, the 100 city tours, and you don't know what's gonna come next. So make sure you keep following the page.
I'm already working on my next stage play. It's for the women. I think the women are definitely gonna love this next one that I already started working on. So, you know, by the time we come back, we're gonna have fresh content for y'all.
Fresh. Okay. Listen, I know it's gonna be amazing. I think I'm gonna have to take the drive and come this weekend because I'm excited.
Well, we're gonna get closer to Atlanta. Okay, I'm gonna say this. In the month of November, we will be further north. In
Okay.
Florida. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Okay.
We ain't giving nothing away, y'all. We're not
I can't give none of away, but yeah, we're gonna be up there.
All right. So so let's do would you rather. Okay. Would you rather? So I give you two scenarios or two words or two phrases, and you say which one you prefer. You can explain why, or you don't have to. So it's up to you. Okay.
Okay.
You ready? So Tubi or Hulu?
What is it?
Tubi or Hulu?
Hulu.
Okay. You rather all the chats on your phone leak or all the photos?
Definitely the chats. They're all business, so it don't even matter. The photos we're gonna have to keep that on under wraps.
You rather get stuck in an elevator with your ex or with your partner and their ex?
With my ex. I ain't trying to be,
No.
Stuck in the elevator. You know what's funny? I got stuck in the elevator yesterday. That's funny.
No way.
It was only for like a minute, but it felt like long. I was very
that would make me,
What? I've been taking the stairs ever since, like, nope.
Literally. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid of elevators and escalators. I use them, but I'm not a fan of them.
You have to, yeah, exactly.
Would you rather be the hero that saved the girl or the villain that took over the world?
Yikes. The hero that saves the girl or the villain
that took over the world.
I'm gonna say the hero for sure. I'm gonna say the hero for sure.
Would you rather find your true love or find a suitcase with $5 billion inside?
My true love, because I can make my own $5 billion.
Period up. I
can make my own $5 million.
I know that's right. Would you rather have someone read your diary or someone read your text messages?
Text messages.
Would you rather have fake friends or be unpopular but have real friends?
Unpopular but have real friends for sure.
And the last one, would you rather to cook dinner with your partner or have your partner cook dinner for you?
You said would I rather cook for him?
Would you rather cook dinner with him or have him cook for you?
It kind of depends on the day. I think for sure I would enjoy cooking with him. That's something that's been done before. If I'm hella tired though, like just please
make that food. You know, one thing I didn't ask you was you were born and raised in, to an extent, raised in Miami, but you moved up north. How was that transition for you as a teenager?
It was, I'm naturally like a curious person. I'm curious about life. I'm curious about people. Like I like to explore and just learn. I'm a student of life at all times. So it was everything I needed. I'll say that. I think here in Miami, I kind of was stuck. I was, just growing up with trauma and whatever is like being surrounded by it. There's no way to heal. There's no way to like breathe. You feel like you're suffocating all the time. So I think it gave me like a soft landing. It gave me an opportunity to breathe and to kind of get to know myself as a person away from every single person in my family and in my life, my friends and everything. And it also showed me like just how resilient I am. I was able to go over there and build these lifelong friendships, to discover my passion, to be molded and trained by one of the best directors ever, Chanel Ingram. Taught me everything I know about production from beginning to end. Like she made me the beast that I am. So I think it was definitely ordained. It was predestined for me to be there. So I just kind of kept an open mind, and I just kept my heart open to whatever the experience brought to me. So it was great. Everything I needed.
That's awesome. I love that answer. That's beautiful.
I was homesick a lot though, I ain't gonna lie. Like I had a boyfriend here and I was just ready to come back home. Like every vacation, spring break, Christmas break, Easter, like I was ready to come home at all times. But I also knew that there was something there for me, and I wanted to have it. I wanted to receive it. So
most definitely. That was a beautiful answer. You became more resilient and you did so much more. And look at where you at now, girl. Like that's amazing.
It's funny because people always ask me like, what part of Miami you from? I'm like, what? Well, why? Like, you're not really from here, are you? I'm like, yeah. the years that would have molded me like into, I guess, like a Miami girl, I was not here. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a big difference. But you're Miami by heart. You're born in Miami. You always 305. That's that.
I got a Miami attitude out the ass. So just know that
You Miami.
I'm Miami in that sense for sure. Like, but yeah,
Yes.
I'm a little bit of both for sure.
Awesome. So thank you so much for being here tonight and choosing to be a part of the Corey Love Show. I always tell you guys, if there were no you, there will be no Corey Love Show. And for my guests that's tuning in, thank you guys so much for always tuning in. And for my regulars, I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Keep tuning in. If you're not following, again, please follow Elodie Alcindor at Why Good Men Cheat Miami on Instagram. Stay in tune, stay in touch, and know what's going on. If you're in the Miami, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano, Tamarack, all that area, check out the play this Saturday. Go on the website. Is it Why Good Men Cheat Miami or Blue Royalty?
BlueRoyaltyProductions.com.
Blue Royalty, and that's BLEU royaltyproductions.com. Make sure that you go and check it out. Okay.
I have a good time. So.
As always, I'm your girl, Corey Love, here on the Corey Love Show. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already following at the Corey Love Show. And guidance, blessings, and love. Good night, everyone.